Emergency. Go to InfoWarsStore.com today to purchase your ProPure Pro 1 G2.0 water filtration system or call 1-888-253-3139.
Introducing Secret 12, the new InfoWars Life vitamin B12 formulation. Most forms of vitamin B12 are highly processed and synthetic and cannot be properly absorbed by the body. That's why for real results, so many are having to turn to painful B12 injections, which are known to have higher absorption rates. Now, InfoWarsLife.com is excited to announce that we can bring you our most bioactive, powerful form of B12 that has been developed with our exclusive perfected process. Secret 12 is a binary of nutramedical grade, bioavailable coenzyme forms of B12, methylcobalamin, the same kind used in B12 injections, and adenosylcobalamin. Secret 12 is simply taken by mouth, right on the tongue, and then swallowed. No needles, no injections. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. Discover the secret. Secret 12. Secure your revolutionary Secret 12 formula right now at InfoWarsLife.com or call 888-253-3139.
When I first got online and I seen the price of the X2 and the DNA Force, I was a little hesitant, but I pulled the trigger on it. It has changed my life. I've been taking it for about 24 days now, counting the weight, staying in shape.
InfoWarsLife.com. You've heard the callers to the show.
Several months back, I started taking your Nathan Iodine and your Super Meal. Prior to this, I was barely walking. Now I'm able to function as a human again.
Whether it's Survival Shield, Nascent Iodine, or DNA Force, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, Oxy Powder. I believe that all of these products will blow you away like they've done the thousands of other customers that have visited InfoWarsLife.com.
Dash 2, just amazing what it's able to do to actually detox the body. It's great stuff.
If I'm going to promote something, it's got to be something I personally use and that I believe in. Check out InfoWarsLife.com today and the entire line of groundbreaking, cutting-edge, hardcore products.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. Live from the Infowars.com studios, it's Alex Jones.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. I'm David Knight, and we're taking your calls in just a moment. We have an article up on Infowars. Obama says voters are going to want a new car smell in 2016. I guess he says that as part of his comments about Hillary Clinton. He says he's been president for 6 years, and he's got a lot of mileage on his administration and a few dings. You know, it's more than that we're just tired of him. This is what Landrieu, the lady who is a Senate candidate in Louisiana, was saying. She said, people just don't like women and blacks. That's why I'm doing so poorly in the polls. That's why Obama is doing so poorly on the polls. Obama got elected twice. Landrieu got elected 3 times. We're not simply tired of Obama. We're tired of what he's doing. If he wants to take this car analogy, yeah, we got a few dings on the car. We've had a whole succession of people take our classic car, the Constitution, the American form of government. It's like a classic car, and they've repeatedly wrecked it. And now we've just been rear-ended by a drunk illegal alien. And we've let a skunk loose inside of it that sprayed all over the interior. That's what the real analogy is here with this. We're going to put Hillary behind the wheel. You know, I guess it was her husband that was driving the car around and picking up chicks. But I don't know. I don't think that that's going to happen. But we'll have to see because, you know, quite frankly, what are we going to do with the Republicans? They're content to complain about this and not do anything. If they don't have any ideas about how they're going to do their job, if they don't understand what it means to be a congressman, if they don't understand that it's Congress that passes a law, and if another branch of government takes that over, acts unilaterally, acts illegally, acts imperially, that they can't get the will to impeach that president, they don't need to be in Congress. What are we going to do? Are we going to bring this back at the state level? I want to get your calls on that. I'll take your calls at 877. This is the Sunday number, 877-789-27 2539. That's 877-789-ALEX. I want to go to some of the callers that are here. Of course, I didn't make it clear at the very beginning that I just wanted calls about the new Obama laws that we're getting one after the other with executive orders. Let's go to Pissed Off American. Go ahead. What are your comments?
Well, since I slid under the fence with that, I'll move quickly and then go to the other one. As far as like Ferguson goes, Al Jackson is Al Sharpton is supposedly
they're kind of the same.
89 cities, and according to the Daily Mail and Washington Examiners got him at 25.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in the video, it appears that he paid for his Swisher Sweets, but the ones he handed off to his boy, he didn't. So that would knock out that felony as far as him being a strong-armed robber, and it kind of would follow the narrative that, they're trying to race bait this and make it into a situation.
Yes. Yeah, that's the shame. And, of course, we're going to have our reporters joining us in the second hour, at the bottom of the second hour from Ferguson, Missouri, as we're awaiting the verdict of the grand jury there. That's the sad thing about this, as Paul Joseph Watson was saying when he co-hosted at the end of the week. They always go into the ambiguous situations, and they let this narrative at Ferguson go for quite some time before they put out any exculpatory evidence that would clear the officer there. It's as if they were trying to build up tension between the community and the police. And then, of course, you've got Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson come in to divide the population between white and black. We really do need to do something about the rules of engagement of the police, about the excessive force, which is becoming an epidemic. Everybody is beginning to notice this. It is not something that just affects the black community. They're affected in a disproportionate amount, but we need to have that discussion. We need to do something about it. We need to get control of the police. Frank Serpico has come up with some suggestions. Other people have had suggestions about this, and yet we get caught up into, they move the narrative into white against black, or the entire community against the police. That's not going to produce any effective change. Thank you so much. Let's move on to Mark in Texas. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, how you doing there, Ben?
Doing fine. What's your comment?
Hey,
yes.
My opinion is that the Republicans do not want to roll this thing back and stop Obama, because you're in cahoots to the Chamber of Commerce,
yes,
to the Wall Street, who want cheap labor, couldn't care less about the American people.
Absolutely. I agree with you thoroughly. Yes, go ahead.
What we really need is a third party, and not a libertarian party, because I don't think the Libertarian Party is really going to get the majority votes. I think we need a populist party, a constitutional populist party, that would take the best ideas available for this country and its people. And I think they could roll in to the next election and win by a landslide.
Well, the problem is I've worked with third parties, and they have really stacked the system against third parties, against independents. Whether it's the Libertarian Party or whether it's the Reform Party or whether it's an independent, they make it very difficult, A, to get on the ballot. They make it virtually impossible to get into the debates. Look at what they did in the Republican primaries in just the last election. Of course, in 2008, they kept Ron Paul out of the debates repeatedly. In the last series of primaries leading up to 2012, they had a two-term governor in Gary Johnson. Whether you agree with him or not, the guy was a serious candidate. He had been elected twice in a predominantly Democrat state as a Republican. He had been elected by a larger majority in the second time, and yet they did not allow him in most of the debates. So he eventually just dropped out of the Republican primary and ran as a Libertarian, because the Libertarian Party has had a lot of experience getting on the ballot in the states. They know what the drill is, and they're geared towards that. But they have to expend a tremendous amount of energy and resources to just get on the ballot. Then they're excluded from the debates. And then, of course, there's the issue that they don't get any coverage in the mainstream media, because the mainstream media is literally making billions now off of the Republicans and the Democrats. So they put these requirements on all the other parties there. I think where the opening is really at local levels. I don't think we're going to get anybody, even if we got a great guy, an honest guy, to go do battle in Washington. I think there is a gigantic bureaucracy there. There's a lot of massive inertia to turn that ship of state around. I think we need to block it at all the 50 states. I think we need to start shutting it down from the outside. I don't think it can be changed from the inside in. I don't think we can send a Mr. Smith to Washington to fix everything. I think it needs to be blocked from the outside. And there we got up there on the monitor, John Boehner, Exhibit A, as to why nothing is going to change, because the GOP leadership has thoroughly been bought off by this. As you pointed out, Mark, it's the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the big corporations. They want competition on labor at the bottom end. They don't want to see the minimum wage go up. I don't believe that's effective for helping people. I don't think minimum wage ever helps anybody. But what they're doing is they're massively importing labor at the lower end of the market. That's going to be a difficult thing. That's going to increase unemployment for blue-collar workers, poor blacks, poor whites. They're going to have a much more difficult time getting work. They're going to have much more competition for labor. That's going to depress wages. Those are the people who have been the reliable supporters of the Democrats. And there was an article about emerging Republicans in the Rust Belt. I think people are starting to wake up and understand that they've been betrayed by the Democrat Party on that issue. But of course, the Republican Party betrays us on so many issues as well. When you look at the fact that they have passed the Keystone Pipeline bill 9 times, Republicans have, if they wanted to do something to constrain Obama, they could, but they won't do it. Let's go on. Thank you, Mark. Let's go on to JP in Minnesota. JP. Hello, JP? Hey, you want to talk about impeachment?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, great. Thanks, David, for taking my call. You know, I want to talk about impeaching him because you listen to all the media and they keep structuring the debate around the merits of what he's done.
Yes.
And they're censoring the whole impeachment topic. It's been censored for a long time now. And, I mean, you listen to every talking head and it's like they got a talking point. They're basically saying, they'll mention the word impeachment and they'll say, that's not even an option. And frankly, I think it's the only option because...
I agree. I agree. And we've got something here from the USA Today editorial board. Listen to what they say. They say, Obama's wrong way to do the right thing. And that's unusual because, like you said, most of them are just focusing on, hey, it was the right thing, so let's forget about how it was done. At least they have the integrity. I believe it was the wrong thing done in the wrong way, but at least they have the integrity to oppose him on the way that it was done. Stay with us. We're going to be taking more of your calls. That's 877-789-ALEX. We'll be right back.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put 2 and 2 together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
The experts are clear. Sunlight, purified water, healthy non-GMO food, and having a good attitude is essential to a healthy immune system. But I go further with Super Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com. 50% stronger than our original and revolutionary Nascent Iodine formula, coming from a deep earth crystal source that no other supplier has. Most other forms of iodine come from seaweed in areas plagued by Fukushima and other contaminants. Not our iodine. It comes from over 200 200 million-year-old crystal salt deposits and is tested and proven to be completely pure. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. See the informational videos. Read the information they're compiled. And for a limited time, when you use promo code NOW at checkout, you get an additional 5% off the entire family of InfoWarsLife.com products. Secure your Survival Shield X2 today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.